Thank you.
You're welcome to say a few words.
Oh, okay, great. And I won't be long. Okay, I've learned as a finance professor that brevity is very much appreciated by students, and I certainly know that it is among graduate students. The only thing that I do want to say, and it's important to me to say that this is that. I grew up with a saying being told to me in my home over and over. And it was a saying that was said to us whenever we were quarreling with one another, fighting over what one television channel would be watched in a room at the time. That's right, kids. That's how it used to be. One television channel. And, um, and when we would start tussling over these things, my mom and dad would say, people are more important than things. It was a statement that I got my entire life. People are more important than things. And I know what you're thinking. You built an entire life around working in finance and helping people with their stuff. How is this about people being more important than things? But things are how we show people that they're important to us in many ways. And I think that's one of the things that I found out when I came to Texas Tech. Now, you can imagine as a person from Chicago, Illinois, hearing the voice of an individual from West Texas when I first called and heard the message for the College of Human Sciences in Lubbock, and I was just like, oh wow, there's a whole lot of difference happening all at once, and it's all happening in my ears. And this does not sound like a place that was made for a kid from the south side of Chicago. But I was accepted. My application was accepted. And then I was admitted, right? And that's all great. But most importantly, when I got here, I was embraced. And I think that's where Texas Tech picks up in ways that other schools have difficult times, right? You get embraced here. I was embraced by Dr. Bill Gustafson and his family, who took me all the way to the top of the Jones Stadium, and we sat together and we watched Dwayne Slay destroy a quarterback from Kansas State. If you haven't seen the footage of this, I'm telling you, it is something that still lives on YouTube to this day. It was the first Texas Tech football game that I'd ever seen. It was the first time that I experienced Division I football, and it was the first time that I'd ever seen a human being get hit quite like that and immediately taken off of the football field. And then immediately the band played. It was really a great time. I say this to say that I was brought in, and I was brought in a way that you almost embrace family. The AT&T Chancellor's Fellowship made it so that I didn't have to worry about whether or not I could pay for tuition. So I could just focus on living here and enjoying the riches that came with my graduate stipend, which were not that much, but still enough for me to have a good time here. My point is, you'll look back on your days here and you will feel that same fondness that I feel, despite all of the difficulties that you are experiencing as a grad student. Grad student appreciation sounds oxymoronic for people coming from the outside because it doesn't feel like you're appreciated that much. The work is piled on, right? There's always something new to do. Nothing's ever quite good enough, right? But you're here. And by the time that you're done, you'll have those letters behind your name that matter. And I assure you, and I don't take this lightly, I assure you that literally from here it is possible, right? All you have to do is conceive of it and then start to do what it is that we do in financial planning. Crystallize that dream into a goal. Break that goal down into its steps, and then start stepping, all right? And I assure you one other thing. If you are walking on a path that is worthy of a Red Raider, you will not walk alone. You will never be the only one riding for the brand. Never. So, the people who led me while I was a student here, the professors, Dr. Finka, Dr. Gustafson, the doctors Hampton, all of those people still act as mentors to me to this day. Still, if I call, they pick up. Still, if I come in, we probably end up at Chimmy's later. The point is, that this is a place of love and a place of possibility, and I encourage you to embrace that opportunity, take it, and ride with it, and continue to ride for the brand. Thank you.